Welcome, everybody, to the Beers and Beats podcast. Welcome to episode freaking 6. What's up, dude? How you doing, Woodzy?
How we doing? I'm good,
I'm doing great. Look at Woodzy's got his coffee over there. I'm beers today. I don't have beers, but I do have White Girl Mason Jar drink. I'm drinking a Jack and Coke. I poured a full Coke and a little bit extra in here because I still taste the Jack. So this podcast is going to be very, very interesting. Let's see how it works. It is currently 2:57 a.m. for me. Woodzy, what time is it for you? It's like normal time, 11, right?
It's 11:57 a.m. No, this is kind of normal. I shouldn't be awake, but I am. I don't like it. I've been getting up early because I've been taking Kate to driving lessons every morning. So it's messed up my sleep schedule that I had set out for the US.
Yeah.
Keep me up. And I was going to bed 3, 4 a.m. But now I'm going to bed at a reasonable time, like a regular person.
Wow, what a nerd. What time do you wake up normally?
Regular schedule or now?
No, now.
Now?
Yeah.
9 a.m.
Yeah, dude, it's weird, isn't it? I just recently started waking up at 7 because that's when White Paw wakes up. So I'll wake up, I'll make her breakfast and stuff and all that junk. And it is weird because I used to wake up at 12 or 1.
Kate still makes me breakfast when we wake up that early. Hey, listen, I'm giving her free, she could get the bus, but I drive her. You know, it could be worse.
That's freedom of having transportation is huge, for sure. True. So that's lovely. I hope you guys have been enjoying the podcast. I thought last episode was amazing. This episode is just going to be way better. Today we have a bunch of stuff we want to talk about. Brand new crazy news that happened. And the first one, just to start it off, was Xqc getting banned because what happened at Twitch Rivals. I would love to hear your thoughts first because I know a lot about it and I just learned more today. So
okay, cool. Because going into this one, I've been asleep and I haven't paid a lot of attention this week, so I'm going to be the dumb one this episode that gets filled in. So basically, my understanding was we had GlitchCon. Me and Gabe did a live episode of the podcast for GlitchCon, which will only be in YouTube form.
Yes,
and
sir.
It's probably already up if you're listening to this.
It's definitely up. Yes, definitely
It's
up.
definitely up. There you go. I'm just assigning Gabe work. Yeah, Gabe, put it up. Damn it. So anyway, during the GlitchCon event, they had a Twitch Rivals event, and they played Fall Guys, which... If you know anything about Fall Guys, the competitive event is in a public lobby. So anyone, Jack, Jill, Sally, Dr. Lupo, Xqc could make it into this specific ranked match. And what happened was the game went to a tiebreaker. From my understanding, Xqc was not part of the team. So Xqc had a team of 4, Dr. Lupo had a team of 4. 2 people from each team were selected to go into the same game in a party of 4 and compete against each other. And whoever did the best won. Xqc thought it would be funny to queue at the same time and stream snipe them. And then when they were in the final, was it not the final?
Just normal round.
Just normal. He just griefed Dr. Lupo, basically. And tried to get him out the game as such to enhance his own team's ability of winning the game, which is against TwitchCon guidelines. Sorry, not TwitchCon, Twitch Rivals competitive guidelines. So there was a whole uproar about it on Twitter. I saw Xqc blah blah blah, and as a result, he got a 6-month competitive ban and a 7-day Twitch ban. And I'm pretty sure his team also were penalized. And if I'm not mistaken, Tfue was as well.
Tfue got punished because Tfue is on his team. So the team for Twitch Rivals had 20 people in the team. There was the 4 top, but there was 20 streamers in the team total.
Yeah, like Cozy was with Ninja.
Correct. And there was people Cozy is averaging 100 viewers, right? There was people that were averaging 50 or so. They're all partners, but so there was tiers of streamers. So he just wasn't effing with Dr. Lupo and Shroud, arguably very rich people. He was effing with smaller creators where a $9,000 difference is a lot of money.
I could do it with $9,000.
That's a year's salary for any affiliate on Twitch, you know?
True.
That's a salary, essentially. So it's just crazy just to think that was it. Yeah, I mean, no, you're 100% right. So that's what ended up happening, and it's just crazy because it's the first time that has ever happened. Shroud actually said when it was happening that's another first on Twitch. That's 2020 Twitch right there while it was happening. Because it was just, and it was blatant. Like while it was happening,
Yeah.
he was saying, "Don't talk about it, boys. Don't talk about it, boys." And then he pulled up Dr. Lupo's stream on his stream, like he dragged it over from the other monitor. It was like, oh, and then he moved it back. Like he was pushing it. It was funny
Did
as
Lupo
frick.
know at the time that it was XQC?
Yes. Yeah. Lupo knew the whole entire time. Lupo was fuming, but you know he is a very well-mannered man who has a lot of experience dealing with a lot of idiots, you know, because he worked in tech. And so he really took it in stride. It was very impressive to see him react. Because if it was me, I'd be losing my goddamn mind. I would be losing it. Well, I mean, also that amount of money to me is life-changing. So, you know, there's that too. But
True.
no, it was just insane. And after everything, so now XQC has been punished. Shroud even mentioned, like, it's crazy that this is all that happened necessarily because it should have been blown up way more, but it's not. Because he didn't just break Twitch Rivals guidelines. He broke Twitch TOS. You can't stream snipe while you're live on Twitch.
And I think we've spoken about this in the past, but like actively stream sniping, even if it's friendly or, you know, aggressive. Would you call it aggressive stream sniping? Is that the right word?
Hostile? Maybe? Hostile?
Hostile is the right word I'm going for.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gabe. Thanks for helping me with English.
I got you.
Yeah, so like if it's hostile stream sniping, I get it, but like even friendly stream sniping being punishable.
Yeah. King Richard, who used to stream Fortnite constantly, his stream sniper, King Richard's Loot, got banned on Twitch for stream sniping. And all he would do is, like, he would survive until the last person was left in the game, and then he would just, like, dance with King Richard, and they would do crazy stuff. Like, one time, King Richard rocket rode him off the edge of the map. Like, another time, he built a giant, like, King Richard, like, little logo thing or whatever the frick. Like, just having fun. But that's still stream sniping. And if you're streaming...
He actively streams it.
Yeah, and you're actively streaming it, that's against Twitch TOS. You get banned.
Fair enough. I mean, damn, good to see Twitch sticking to their guns on a subject for banning people, right?
Finally. Finally. And this one isn't a joke. Like, there's so much money tied to it. And the fact that, like, nobody was, like, aggressive about it. Every idiot on the internet, I'm sorry, but there are dumb people out there on the internet, and I'm calling it like it is, that are saying, you guys are just XQC crybabies, like, you guys don't know, like, XQC did nothing wrong. Mother effer, it's not about your favorite streamer getting banned. It's about your favorite streamer breaking a rule that he signed a legal contract not to break. You know?
Yeah, I remember seeing his tweet as well.
Yeah.
That he was like, stop defending me, like, I messed up.
I think he handled it amazingly.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have done it in the first place. It was absolutely the stupidest thing he could have possibly done. But he handled it very well afterwards. On stream, he handled it very badly. The comment that personally made me really upset, because I like XQC a lot, is XQC said, tell Dr. Lupo I'll donate my earnings to whatever charity of his choice, right? And then he ended the sentence. And then he waited a little bit and said, and then I'm going to charge back the charity, get them to pay the fine, and I'm going to buy a medal and take it home because I'm the goddamn best, or whatever the frick.
Yeah, like, I remember him saying that.
He turned it into his meme lord junk, which is like, dude, that's not making fun of Dr. Lupo. That is you saying you're going to actively F a charity up. That's messed up. Like, you got to watch your words.
He wouldn't have done it, but...
No, of course not. But you just... Being a meme lord without consequences is dangerous. And so it's good to see them reprimanding him, because they don't reprimand other people for some stuff. And this one affected people's wallets. You know? Even Cozy was affected by this, by the way.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, because it changed the standing of the entire thing. So what XQC is saying by it didn't affect the outcome is it didn't affect the outcome of that round. So Dr. Lupo and his partner were already losing no matter what. But if XQC wasn't in there, is there a possibility that everything would have been played different? Because they knew XQC was in the game on the second minigame. And so they were already dejected and annoyed because Dr. Lupo was getting griefed on what's the one with the spinning?
Kick?
No, Jump Showdown? Is that what it is? Not Showdown. Jump Club.
Jump Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
XQC was already trying to grab him there. He tried to grab him twice and then he stopped, to be fair. But still, like, they were already dejected at that point because they knew that they were getting griefed. So
It is a bit of a yikers.
yeah, like you say, it's not going to affect the round, but it might have. But yeah, it affected the money of everybody. It affected everyone's standings. So
Wait, did Cozy get less money as a result?
if they had won, yes. If XQC's team had overall gotten a win, yes, it would have. But they didn't, so it didn't affect it. They
So
maintained
pot more
their things.
money.
Yeah.
Suck it, XQC, you stink.
It's just interesting. I think he handled it really well after, but he didn't handle it great while it happened. Also, what was funny is XQC was playing Demon Souls, which is like a Dark Souls type game.
Souls, yeah.
But he had his heart rate monitor hooked up to the game, and his heart rate was all over the place after it happened. Like after everything went down and he started realizing how bad he messed up, he really quickly like got off Fall Guys, started playing Demon Souls, and his heart rate was going crazy. Even though in game he was just like walking around. And he's like trying to make memes and trying to make it funny. And then he started trying to defend himself. And then he started trying to backtrack. And then like you could see the man like in his brain, the clock turning of like, I messed up, 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 I messed up.
No.
Yeah. It's like if XQC got
How do they do that heartbeat monitor stuff?
there's a lot of ways. Apple Watch, there's Bluetooth heart rate monitors, there's heart rate monitors that connect to websites.
Can I get my Apple Watch on stream to do it?
Yeah.
I haven't charged my Apple Watch in ages. I'm gonna charge it because my pulse goes all over the shop when I'm playing. I'll tell you that for free.
I would love to use it for Phasmophobia, dude. I'm a freaking pansy.
I still haven't played that yet.
We should play together. It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the hype's kind of gone.
Oh, it is gone for sure. Now it's just the dedicated viewers, which is nice. Because you don't have people coming in saying, oh, I know this one. It's this, and this. And you're like, why'd you just ruin the game for me, man?
God dang it, Daniel.
But now you have people that are like, ooh, you're going to get spooked. You're freaking
gonna get
nerd.
scared, boy.
It's fun.
Fair
No, but you could do it for stuff like if you're doing like a competitive challenge in Call of Duty, you know?
That's the thing, man. When it's S&D and like I'm last alive.
Yeah, it's worth it, dude. You should do it. I can walk you through it after. Not today. I'm going to sleep after this. It's freaking.
Yeah, I was like,
hey,
you're going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. My stream's late today because I got an internet guy turning up.
Pog.
Bro, Spain annoys me.
Why?
I fully had a man turn up to my house 3 hours early. He got assigned a job before my house to fix the internet. My man turns up 3 hours early, and I'm like, this is fishy. It's a Friday. I'm like, this is fishy. They've just announced new lockdown regulations. I'm like, this is fishy. And this man walks in, and he's like, gives it a little look around, finds where it should go, and he's like, it looks a little bit difficult, and it's not going to be like easy plug in and play sort of thing. And he's like, yeah, I can't do it. I'm like, oh, I knew this was happening. I could tell. I was like, you poo head. And now he's made up some excuse. I've got to dig up half my garden. I'm like, I don't need to do that. So I was like, hell with you. Because we was using it. Obviously, I've got internet.
Yeah.
I was going to use two companies.
Yeah,
exactly. I was going to use two companies. One for the main house and one for this house. And be like, cool. We'll run two internets. So in case one goes down, I can have a backup internet for stream. But frick it, man. I'm just getting the same company to come down in there. They're also Russian. So, like, Kate just talks to them in Russian. And we're like,
oh, that's awesome.
Thanks, buds. Yeah. Appreciate it.
That's kind of
My dad was trying to speak to him and he couldn't because, like, my dad doesn't speak any Spanish. And the guy was, like, trying to speak Spanish. And my dad was like, And then Kate walked out the room and was like, Privyet. And then just started, like, going off. Easy, mate. Knowing languages is so cool.
I love it. It's a lot of fun. I want to learn more. I want to absorb more languages.
Like, even the half, I say half of Spanish that I know. I can talk and I know words.
I could do a talking.
I know some of those words, but I feel like it definitely makes me better at English as well, if that makes sense.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because growing up, when I was learning, I was like, I didn't know there was tenses. Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, for Latin-based languages anyway, when we get to like German and Russian, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, the Romance languages. Yeah, they follow a very specific pattern, but it's extremely helpful. I mean, you're talking about internet issues. When I used to live in Florida, I had internet issues in that house for 11 years. 11 years. So I got really good at being really strict with the internet people that would come over. Like they would tell me something and I'd be like, nope, that's not what's happening. You're fixing it. Like, oh, I gotta go back to blah 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 to do this. No, you don't. Fix the internet. Fix it right now. Don't leave.
Right now.
There was one time where we got upgraded wire to the house from like the main box outside because I don't know, maybe it's just neighborhoods, but basically there's a massive internet cable box for the entire neighborhood, and then they wire you up. Mm-hmm. And so we got new wiring, and then the guy came over and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to dig up the garden, or not the garden. I just said garden because you said it. We're gonna have to dig up the yard to put in the wire." And I was like, "Okay, perfect." And they're like, "Oh, but we can't do that. We got to hire a contractor to do it." And immediately I was like, "No, you don't. You have the tools. Dig up the freaking yard." And he was like, "No, we're gonna have to hire someone to come out and do it. And so you'll have to approve the charges for it, and we'll get that done." And I was like, "That's not happening. Leave." And he's like, "Oh, you don't want to set up?" I said, "No, I want to set up, but if you're not gonna do it, I'm not paying for someone to do it. Like, you're good. You can leave." And then he's like, "Are you denying service?" I said, "No, you're denying me service. So you can leave. I'm going to go inside. And I'm going to go ahead and call AT&T. And he's like, no, we'll figure out what we can make happen." I was like, no, you're good to go. Goodbye. Because I know they get reprimanded for that. And so he left. And then the next day, me and my dad just went out there with a freaking trowel, whatever the frick.
Shovel.
Dug up the line to where it needed to go. Called them. They sent out the same mother effer. And he came out and he was like, "I already told you the solution of what you guys need done. We got to hire someone." I was like, "No, you don't. The freaking thing's done. We actually put these like little flag identifiers, you know, like the little orange flag where it was." And my dad laid down a strip of like aluminum wire. And he was like, "Tie the wire and you can pull it all the way through. It's already hooked up to our upstairs." And he's like, "What? You guys did that?" And we're like, "Yes, we dug a hole and then put a wire on the ground." It wasn't hard.
You're so smart.
It's my dad. Smart. It's my dad, man. My dad's a handyman, and he's freaking. He like does everything. They're just so stupid. They're like, "We're gonna hire a contractor." Mother effer, you're gonna hire a contractor to dig a hole in the ground, not a landscaper? Like, what? Internet issues are smart. Stupid, man.
Yeah, that's why. So I tried to dig the hole in my garden, and then I hit cement, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can't do this." I was like, "Oh, this is a problem."
That's fair. That's
we like pull all the grass off, and I was like, "I'm smacking it." I'm like, "Yeah, that doesn't sound like grass." Either that or I've hit a treasure chest, and I'm rich, baby.
Let's go.
But no, unfortunately it was cement and not solid gold. So, you know, it does limit my ability to get fresh wires. So I was like, screw it, we'll run a wire. I'm getting a router over here so Kate can come hang out and get Wi-Fi because when I built my PCs, I never bothered getting a Wi-Fi card.
Me neither.
If you have one.
Nah. Yeah. There's no point because it's like when it comes to what we do, like competitive gaming in general, and then streaming.
Competitive.
Like any FPS really.
I actually had this conversation with someone who plays competitive CS. I have more earnings in Fall Guys than they do in CS.
That's so funny. But yeah, legitimately, there's no point to run Wi-Fi. There's no point. Wi-Fi interference can happen for so many different reasons. I also live in an apartment building, you know? Like, if you ever live in an apartment or if you live in a neighborhood or a condo, if you're running Wi-Fi, you have competing signals everywhere. So I've always done wired. Even in my own house, my dad bought like a 150-foot Ethernet cable, and we wired the house up through the attic, through the walls and everything.
I love that, man.
Frick wireless.
Frick wireless. It stinks. All right.
Stinks.
Let's address our main topic because we've done tangents. I don't know if you guys could tell, there was a little bit of a technical difficulty early on. You'll probably see it in the video podcast when me and Gabe suddenly change.
And my drink goes halfway down.
Yeah, true. Mine's pretty much gone. Yeah, my computer blue screened halfway through. But anyway, Twitter fleets.
Twitter fleets.
New. That's cool. For some of us, they're pretty exciting. And for others, like me, they get taken away after a few days. Come on, man. Twitter.
I feel so bad.
I was like, all right, Twitter, I'm on board. I'll use your new fleet service. And today, I don't have fleets anymore. I mean, I'm not going to lie. So I posted a fleet and an Instagram story at the same time. And I was like, cool, because my merch is coming out tomorrow. Today's the 20th of November. Tomorrow is the 21st. And that is when my merch releases. You guys can use code podcast15 up until the 31st of January of 2021.
Oh,
for a
frick! You guys got a
15%
long
discount.
time podcast listeners.
Yeah, I was like, listen, just in case the podcast takes off and these guys want some discounts, I'm gonna hook you up. But yeah, so basically, the fleets were cool. I posted an Instagram story. It got like, I mean, I feel like my Twitter audience is mainly US, and my Instagram is mainly UK, because I have like 400 on Instagram and like 2,600 on Twitter, and a lot of it's, you know, we got some were from the grid and stuff, so they're not the most active, but that's okay. That's okay. But my Instagram got like 160 views on the story and 400 followers. That's a great like viewer rate.
Yeah.
And then my fleet, I can't check it, but when I checked it yesterday, it had like 6. So kind of, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, maybe people haven't fully got it yet. Maybe it's not rolled out, or maybe they just, you know, I was wondering if it was an alphabetical order and then the X Woodzy, like the X in my name was very,
that would suck actually.
Could you imagine?
It's by when it's posted though. Thank God.
Maybe I'd be like an X Woodzy now as my thing, so I got a little A before me. If you guys see me running around on the Twitter handle, you know why. It's just so I can get that early access on the fleets. Have you had any luck with them?
I've had a lot of luck with them. You just reminded me of something real quick. I used was it? I think it might have been RuneScape. No, there was something that the auction house it worked by alphabetical, and so I put 0000000A in my name because it puts you at the top because you're the first number and first letter, which was stupid. Anyways, yeah, I've used Twitter fleets. So something you may not know about me, and very few people do because they went away. For 3.5 months or so, I developed highly edited vlogs for Instagram stories. I would take Instagram stories on my phone and edit it on my phone with an app called LumaFusion or LumaFX. They're both one of the two. One does lighting and the other one is actually editing. And I would do highly edited Instagram stories. And those popped off. I used to get a couple hundred views per story, sometimes 1,000 or so. And nice. I loved it. But I got off Instagram because freaking I don't like using Facebook, man.
Have you seen Instagram now?
Nah, I don't even use it.
Bro, they have a shop.
I saw that the shop is where notifications used to be.
Yeah, man. What are they doing?
Taking advantage of your muscle memory.
And now Twitter has stories. It's like everyone's like, oh, all these poor Instagram influencers are going to struggle. Yeah, I've got for some reason I've got a Chelsea shop recommended with an Arsenal one. Yeah, it's literally because I follow a lot of sports pages. It's trying to sell me some football shirts.
I don't even know what the point of this. Let me see what they're trying to sell me. I don't even know what the point of it. I wouldn't shop on Instagram, but I know that if you do drop shipping,
I wouldn't shop on Facebook either
or anything like that. Yeah, I mean that's true. I wouldn't either. They people sell a lot through Instagram, like a lot.
I know, like people make a lot of ads and sales through Instagram, and I know there's targeted ads, and sometimes I'll be like, yo, that's kind of interesting. Do I want to click on that? Because I know I'm going to get a lot more ads for that. But I'm like, it was an Alienware advert. And I was like, oh, I'm kind of interested. Let's see how extortionate.
Mine's really interesting.
Alienware is obviously top brand. Go ahead.
I've got FaZe Clan pants.
Oh.
A plant.
Oh.
Shop Mr. Beast. Nanoleaf. Soap.
Oh.
PC wires. Oh, and Ninja pants.
As in Ninja pants as in
and
Team
Ninja? Team Ninja.
Yeah, I've literally just got shops for you, Arsenal stuff. Is that not a swipe feature? That is a swipe feature. Yeah, was it on? Where did you look?
I just clicked the shop and I scrolled down. That's it.
Oh, I've got men's moisturizer.
Ooh, nice.
I've got some trainers. I've got UGG boots, slippers, which are generally female branded trainers and slippers, if you're not familiar with them. Pajamas, which is weird because Kate asked me to buy pajamas the other day, and that's okay. Google, doing your weird thing. We've got Debenhams. We've got some gym stuff and more football stuff. Yeah. So a real mixed bag. No, nothing gaming. Obviously, I need to click on more gaming stuff on Instagram. I'm not very pog. But yeah, so the targeted ads, I'm definitely getting a lot of gaming stuff because I'm looking at getting the new mic for improving the quality of audio using an XLR connection. And a DSLR webcam, which somebody came into my stream yesterday and was like, damn, do you get that DSLR already? And I'm like, no, it's good lighting because we have the Christmas tree in the background, creating a nice little contrast of the colors and everything. So it's cool. Just a question, Gabe.
Yes, I'm ready.
Your XLR input into your mic.
Yeah.
That little silver thing going into your XLR, is that like a preamp?
This guy?
No, on the mic.
This guy?
End. Yeah.
This is just the cable.
Because I see everyone have one, and then like I was looking for the XLR mic, and it had a preamp in a bundle.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried Googling, do I need a preamp?
You don't. You have an amp.
Nobody tells me the stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like,
learning about audio is very hard. So when you want to learn about XLR audio, the best thing I can tell you look up is every time you search something, put in the word music.
Cool.
Because the people who use these mics are singers, and those are the
la 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 la. I'm a singer.
Listen how beautiful that sounds. But no, legitimately though, it's the industry still thinks that only singers use these mics, and it hasn't switched over to the gaming industry yet. These podcast arms are gaming industry focused like crazy, but for some reason the XLR cables and the microphones, people still think only singers use them. But yeah, this my big fat guy over here, this Behringer has an amp in it. Yours has an amp in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Go XLR has an amp in it.
Yeah. So you don't need an
I was
amp.
just like, so yeah, because they were like, yeah, you should get a cloud lifter as well. But I was like, no, the XLR will take care of the cloud lifter. I believe.
You use 2 PC setup?
Yes, sir.
It'll take care of it from the XLR. It won't take care of it from the other PC.
I don't think it needs to, does it?
Maybe. It depends. You'll just listen to it and see. It really just depends.
Oh no! Do I need to spend more money? Who knows? I haven't bought it yet. The thing is that the PC, or like it's going to be a USB and XLR mic, so the immediate focus is I could still use it. Bro, I didn't realize this mic. I don't know how much I paid for this mic, but I think I got it for a bargain. It's like 150 quid still.
Oh wow!
I keep moving my mic. I'm sorry if that made horrible noise.
No, you're good.
Honestly, because listening to the podcast back, the first 4 episodes, my audio is horrific. So if you guys made it this far and stuck with us, I personally am very grateful, because I know I might have been the issue. Because Gabe's audio was like amazing and pristine, and I was like, oh damn. But yeah, so we're working on getting it better. So,
and I'm learning how to edit the audio better too.
Yeah, I can't wait to Twitter fleet my new mic that I get when they finally give me access back, because they took the access off of it.
Yeah, they did.
I think it's because I got a home button.
I've been finding a lot of success on Twitter lately, and I know this is a dumb thing to say, but making my Twitter very personal. Like, I've just been tweeting out whatever the frick I want lately, instead of like treating it as a business like account. And I, for the first time ever, like since the early 2000s, now have like Noti Squad. Like, I have people who have my notifications on who aren't necessarily my most dedicated followers, which that is freaking cool.
I don't think I have anyone with notifications on, other than Kate, maybe.
Yeah, but so I've been finding a lot of success by tweeting a lot of personal stuff. I've been doing it for over 3 months now, or 2 months now, and it's just finally like this in this past week taking off. So it's a long, slow burn. But as soon as I posted my tweet or my fleet, I got 40 views in the first like 10 minutes.
Mad lad.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to be like now. I'm curious to see what next week, now that it's been like over a week and there's no longer hype around it. I wonder what my views will be like on fleets.
Well, I think as well, hopefully they'll roll it out more, because I know some people were talking about it. I still didn't have it, and then I got it, and then obviously now they've taken it away.
They take it away from you. Yeah, they're having issues with it.
They took it away.
I think they'll bring it back pretty quick.
But who knows? We'll see. We'll see, man.
You know what it's good for, though? It's good for going live. Because
that's what I was thinking. Because like I don't post Instagram stories, and my fleets were full of everyone going live. Cooler posted one, and I was like, "Yeah, this is cool. I'm down for it."
I usually delete my going live tweets, and it's annoying to go back and go delete it. So if you could just post a fleet like, "Yo, I'm live. Come check me out," then why not? Dude.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Woodzy Boy 952. I'm live right now.
Woodzy Boy, what the freak? Okay.
It's my first gamer tag, and I get rinsed for it by all my lot.
Oh my God. So TikTok, right? You can go live on TikTok if you have over 1,000 followers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's a thing that gamers are doing on TikTok where they're literally like taking like a tripod, right, with a phone mount on it, putting it off to the side, and then they go live and they just say, I'm live on Twitch. And then they just leave it live the entire time they're live on Twitch.
Them like
being live on Twitch. It's just showing them being live on Twitch. Yeah, there's a ghost behind you, by the way.
Did my thing just fall down off the wall?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. It's like there's a ghost behind you.
It's not sticky enough. I don't know why. It's not working.
For the audio listeners, a sound panel just fell off behind Woodzy very slowly, and it looked like someone pulled it down.
That's all right. It's fine.
But yeah, so they're going live on TikTok, right? And they're getting TikTok live viewers, and the viewers are going into Twitch, and they're getting viewers on Twitch that way.
I mean, if I saw a live guy, somebody live on TikTok, and I've got their, so I'm assuming it's just their perspective. It's like having a webcam. It's like it'd be this version, but they're playing, obviously, and the main focus will be on the game, with a little bit of focus on the camera, and then maybe the TikTok camera if it's close enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna like that. That could get me to go to their Twitch.
It's crazy. That's weird.
Smart.
Yeah, but I saw that and I was like, oh, that's genius. What a good idea. I want to tell more people.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah. You got to break through somehow, right? You know? Dramatic pause is the person I saw doing it first, and then I realized, oh, this is an actual thing. This is a trend. A lot of people do this. Holy frick.
People are smart, man.
Yeah.
People are smart.
All right, we talked about Xqc. We talked about Twitter fleets. We got into Instagram shops, which I didn't even think about. And now I want to talk about more money stuff. What the frick is up with $70 games for the new consoles? I need someone to like teach me why. But it doesn't make sense because the exact same game for the previous generation consoles is cheaper.
I mean, back in the days of PS2, weren't they like 30 quid? Like,
yeah,
I remember paying £35, and now I'm paying £50 for Cold War.
Xbox 360, I think, was the first one that made $60 games normalized. I'm pretty confident in that.
Yeah, I think it was still 40 in England.
Oh, for Xbox?
Again, this was probably when the pound was a bit stronger.
Yeah, the pound was much stronger. Yeah.
Like, it used to be $2 to a pound, and now it's like 1.3.
Yeah. No, but yeah, Xbox 360 was... Because I bought Oblivion, and Oblivion was $60. I'm pretty confident. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty confident. But it just makes no sense because there's nothing there you're getting... Like, it's not harder for a company to make a game for the PS5 and the Xbox.
This is what I'm thinking. Is there like the software? I know nothing about game development.
Yeah.
I'm assuming whatever they make for the PS4 is slightly different when it's made on PS5.
No, it's just a button in Unreal.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why is it more expensive?
It makes no sense. And here's the specific thing to think about too, right? Is it's not more expensive on PC. That is what makes it a messed up thing. If it was the same price as new consoles and PC, then sure, right? Because developing games on PC is very hard because you have to factor in 18 billion different graphics cards. When on a console, everyone has the exact same graphics cards, everyone has the exact same processor, everyone has the exact same RAM. Very easy to make a game. On PC, you have to factor in, okay, what's the lowest NPC that can play this? How does that look? What's the highest NPC that can play this? How's that look? But on PC, they're like, nah, Call of Duty, $60. Just normal. You guys can buy it, $60. PS5, F you. Xbox, F you, dude. Pay $10 more for the we freaking hate you tax. Like,
even when we was playing on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, I remember, and the 4 and the ones, I just missed a generation there. I still remember PC being cheaper.
For new games?
For new games.
I don't know what...
Like, when COD would come out, it would be £10 cheaper.
I don't know when...
£5 cheaper.
Witcher came out, but Witcher was the same price on both.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd think with economies of scale for the... as you're talking for the Xbox and the PlayStation, because the games are essentially mass-produced, they would be the cheaper option.
Yeah, because they
don't have all the factoring in, but... Yeah.
It's not harder to develop a game on consoles. It's much harder to develop it on a PC. For PCs.
For those who don't know, economies of scale is when you mass produce something, it becomes cheaper.
Yeah. That's why people buy stuff from
Economics,
China.
baby.
Hell yeah. It just makes no sense because they're punishing the consumer, and I don't know what the reasoning is. And obviously, here's the big problem, right? Is that no one is stopping them. So no one is having any uproar about it. So that's it. We've already lost because NBA sold great. Call of Duty sold great, so that's it. Now new games are $70, which is crazy. The new Miles Morales game is only $50.
Oh my god, it's a bargain. Let's get it. But I've seen broken clip. Have you seen Frosty from 100 Thieves? You know Twitch, right? He broke the game where anything he touched, he turned into.
Yeah.
He was like a fence just flying through fighting guys, and then he turned into a car. Yeah. Maybe the game's a little bit buggy still.
Yeah, Spider-Man games are always freaking buggy as frick.
We were talking, so we mentioned obviously the new consoles coming out recently. It's been a week or two.
Yeah, at this point, about 2.5 weeks. For us, while recording this, has been a week.
Oh, okay. How do you think it's going?
I think that they're both selling great, right? What annoys me is when companies come out with BS like ads, right? Like BS, like, hey, we're doing great. Like Microsoft announced officially that the Xbox is the best-selling console of by selling the most in the most countries ever in the world, or ever in its history, which is like hearing that statement is like, whoa, they're the best selling in the most countries in the world ever in its history. That's crazy. But if you take time to break down that statement, it just means that they're offering the Xbox in more countries than ever before, and now they're selling the best they've ever sold in the countries which they've never sold before.
Yeah.
So yes,
it's
technically
amazing
they
what
are.
Statements you can make with technicalities on statistics.
It's ridiculous. And so when I saw that, I was like, that's stupid. And then I checked when Microsoft's quarterly earnings call is, and it was in October. So we're not going to get another one until the end of January, so we won't actually know how good the Xbox is doing.
Do you think that's why they plan to release for November?
Yeah, because they don't have to announce their numbers. And that's also, there's companies that do the opposite, like Apple. Apple always launches their phones before their quarterly earnings call. So when they have their call, they can be like, yo, we sold 100 million phones. We're trillionaires, biatch.
Window dressing. That's what that is.
Yep.
It's making your analytics and accounts look better than they actually are. And
so your investors stay happy and people, your stock prices go up. As for Sony, Sony's doing great because Sony actually has exclusives. You know?
Yeah.
Apparently the Astros Playground is incredibly fun.
I've heard that's really good.
Yeah. It's the only game that was developed fully for the controller in mind. So obviously it's one of the best controller demos out there. But people are saying that it actually is amazing, 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 which is cool to see. And then Spider-Man obviously is doing great. While the game is not perfect, the Spider-Man storytelling has always been amazing, and I'm very excited to play it. But yeah, they have a bunch of exclusives coming out, and the people are excited as frick for Cyberpunk. So
I mean, Cyberpunk again is across all
platforms,
so it's not just But
and I don't think, by the way, Cyberpunk is $70.
How much do you think it is?
I think it's 60. I'll check right now, but I think the Cyberpunk is 60.
I'm not gonna lie. In the previous episode of the podcast, I said I wasn't gonna play it. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, damn, do I kind of want to play this? Do I want to give it a go?
Dude, you don't want a customizable dingle-donger slider, dude?
Yeah, like, this is the thing. That's going to break Twitch TOS, right?
No,
if I can select my PP length.
Yeah, so I was right, by the way. It's $60 for PlayStation 5. So Twitch TOS indicates for nudity in gaming, as long as it is not focused on and actively seeked out, it is fully allowed on stream. So, for example, I was worried because I played Red Dead. Red Dead has a lot of nudity in it. And I was worried about that. And I was also worried about Cyberpunk, so I went and took a look into it. So basically, if you're playing GTA 5, right? Let's say you're playing the story. When you get to the strip club scene where you have boobies all up in your face, that's fine. After that scene, though, if you go back to the strip club and pay for a lap dance that's not required, that's where you can get marked off for TOS.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're in a story part and you don't progress the story past it on purpose to focus on the nudity, again, that's against TOS. But they actually have a list. It's very small, a list of banned games on Twitch. Yeah,
I've seen the banned games, and they are probably rightly so banned games.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just,
Yeah, but you can be a guy or a girl in Cyberpunk. You get a dingle-donger slider if you're a guy. You get complete customization if you're a girl as well. There's a whole line of story talking about brain dances in Cyberpunk. Brain dance is like a recording of your memory, right? But you experience it, so you feel it. So you take someone else's brain dance, their memory, you put it in your chip in your head, and you get to experience the memory. So obviously, what does that mean? There's a frick ton of brain dance porn, and there's a whole line of talking about how there's like prostitution and all this stuff, and it's like a corruption and everything. It's like a really cool story built in with the concept of, well, if you have this tool, it's going to be used for good and for evil. And it's really, really interesting. So there's all that type of stuff. So that's going to be a big part of the game. And
Did you just call porn evil?
I didn't say porn was evil, did I?
Oh,
I said it's going to be used for good and evil. So, for example, one of the evil things is people who are really messed up in the head will buy on the black market brain dances of people getting murdered. And they're like sick, and they'll replay it so they can feel what it's like to get murdered over and over and over again. And they'll sell like murderings of other people. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a black market. And so that's probably going to be something you can take down, I'm assuming. Like you can take down that industry. I don't know. But yeah, it's really interesting. There's just a whole bunch of different stuff like that.
This is crazy. I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, the game is wild. It's very thought out. If you've ever played the Witcher series or watched the Witcher series, you know how deep down they think about these things. So it's going to be cool to play. I'm very excited. That game will probably take up, I think for me, probably about 1,000 hours over the course of a year or two, I think. Maybe 2 years.
That's more than Fortnite.
Nope. Not for me.
I was trying to help you out there, Gabe.
I'm sorry.
To let you move away from Fortnite.
I think I did 2,500. No, we checked. What didn't we? 1,500 hours on Fortnite. I think I had, or 1,800.
I think mine's like 1,400 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it was freaking Fortnite, man.
And then Trav's got like 4K hours. The absolute madman.
Don't hate me for what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
After this Galactus event that's happening, I might try it again.
They released a mode where it's like all the old stuff, and I was like, oh
yeah.
They're talking about it going back to the old map.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was like,
wait, what? What did you just say? I think I misheard.
They're talking about going back to the old map after this Galactus event.
Legit?
If they lose. What if they lose? Yeah.
Please.
I was like, damn it, I just uninstalled it. Am I going to install it again? I don't know. Apparently, that game mode has no skill-based matchmaking that they also brought back as well.
Yeah.
So
skill-based matchmaking, man.
I haven't played controller in ages, man.
Yeah, but that's good because we suck, you know.
Yeah, so, but then I might like guess like, do I play mouse and keyboard? Do I play controller? Do I do da-da-da?
Ooh, that's actually a good question. What are you gonna hop back on as?
I don't know, man. So Cold War is like better on controller by far. But I'm still playing that on mouse and keyboard because I can't mute and stuff. I'm running into the old problems I used to run into
with Fortnite.
Fortnite,
yeah,
where I can't push the talk and it detects my keyboard as an input because I use pedals. And Cold War with Modern Warfare and Warzone, it wasn't an issue because it locks your input. Cold War also does that, but for some reason on Cold War, I can't, like my turning restriction, I can't turn. It cuts my horizontal sensitivity by half, essentially. Wow. And I have a fixed point, so I can't move whilst I'm muted. And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of a problem if I need to talk to people.
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah. So it's like, it's locked the input, but it's also still messing with it. So I'm like, oh, that's not cool.
No, that sucks. That sucks bad.
But
go ahead.
I mentioned Trav. Playing Fortnite 4K hours.
Yeah.
Big lad. We got some new Grid Team members.
Grid Team.
Pog.
Congrats.
Actually announced last night, and my God, it was emotional.
Yeah, holy frick, that was emotional.
Yeah, I felt sorry for the top. Like, congrats to anyone who made it to the top 10. There was a lot of great streamers in there, so we went through all the applications and reviewed them. It was extremely difficult to pick 3. So I'll be perfectly honest. My top 3, I didn't really have a top 3, but the ones I scored the highest, that's just how it went from looking at their VODs. I think only 1 made it in.
I had a top 5 and two of mine made it in.
Yeah, it was like, it's a complete mixed bag, and that's just how it works. And I'm just happy to welcome 3 new members. You know,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be pretty exciting getting to work with them.
Yeah, so we got
And, you know,
Cremant, Miss Dope Sauce, and DeWitt Eagle joining the grid team.
DeWitt.
Congrats, everybody.
Bruh. So poor DeWitt, man, he must have been. Well, I say he must have been. I was watching it on stream, and my God. So Kremit got announced first. They did it completely different because our
Yeah, explain the
announcements-
process. Yeah.
So they whittled it down to well, there was hundreds of applications, and then I believe for Gabe's application, they announced the top 20. Did you say?
No,
maybe?
my application when I applied for the grid team, I think they announced the top 20. I believe that was what it was. Something like that. And then they did not say they were going to announce the winner. They did not say it ever. They just straight up tweeted out the announcement, and then it was a clip of me showing off my foot, making fun of OnlyFans.
Nice.
Like, and I was like, oh, frick. I was on a team, and I didn't tell that team. And then I messaged them, and I was like, hey, what are your thoughts about being on 2 Twitch teams? They're like, oh, we really don't like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm leaving. Goodbye now.
Other news. Goodbye. I'm out of here.
What was it like for you?
Yeah. So for me, it was very pleasant, to be honest. They announced they had hundreds of applications. They're like, in a few weeks, we'll be making the announcement. And a few weeks went by, I was like, there's no announcement. And then they were like, we'll announce the winners today at 8 o'clock. And I was like, cool. I haven't been contacted. I probably haven't got in the team. I probably would have heard by now.
That's what I thought.
And then I ended my stream early because I was just streaming that day. And I was like, cool. I wasn't thinking about it. Like, I knew the announcement was happening, but in the back of my head, I was like, unlucky bud, you didn't make it. It's okay. You keep trying. And yeah, my phone just blew up, and I was like, oh, a pog. I'm in. Nice. And it was a very pleasant experience. Whereas with this announcement, DMP3, I don't know exactly. I still don't know who runs the account.
Me neither.
I think it's a combination of DMP and the team. But yeah, they were having fun with it. They announced Kremit first. They were teasing it. And then after 10 minutes, they announced Miss Dope Sauce. And then everyone was like, oh, they're going to do it in 10 minutes. They're going to announce it. And then they tweeted and they were like, all right, we're announcing it in 20 minutes. And we were like, oh, okay, so we've got to wait 20 minutes now. And then like I had all the streams up of all the people who were live at the time. I think it was 5 people in total live, 2 being Kremit and Miss Dope Sauce, which was cool to see the live reactions. And then I was like watching Jewett, who was like panicking. He was like talking, he was trying to like pep talk himself. His chat had been positive, and they were like, bro, this is looking rough, you know, like, oh, I don't know, man. And then Jewett was like, just don't believe it, just never give up. And I'm like, oh my God. And he looked so sad. I just wanted to type in his chat and be like, Jewett, don't worry, you made it. But obviously,
You're good.
Well, I can't leak that.
Yeah.
So, and it was amazing to see it announced and his reaction, and he finally got it. They even put a tweet up, because obviously people have the notifications up, and 1 minute before they were scheduled to tweet it, they were like, the new grid team member will be announced in 1 minute.
Yeah, they literally like what freaking jerks, man. Freaking jerks. And people were freaking out, like waiting, and the grid stream team Twitter replied with a picture of DMP maniacally laughing when people were like, just announce it. They're like, F you, dude. Dude, it was crazy, man. What I think what was nuts to me, I don't know what was happening in your chat, but I was live too. But my chat was throwing out predictions. And
mine didn't.
Almost everybody was wrong. Almost every single person was wrong. And to be fair, by the way, when you got into the team, I don't know what it is about you, man, but like something like when I met you that first day, I knew that we were going to be friends. And so when you got announced, I was like really happy. I was like, frick yeah. Okay, sick. Because I put Woodzy very high in my list of potential people, but they don't tell us. And I didn't know. And so this time when we reviewed the team, I still didn't know because it wasn't finalized fully yet.
Yeah,
so
I was expecting a last minute change or something. I was a bit
So was nervous. I. When they did it that way, I was like, wait, did they not choose to it? Like, who's going to be the person?
I was also didn't want to be like waiting to announce our 3 new members just in case they added one on because they were all so good. I was like, how are you going to pick 3?
I literally said that when they announced Kremit by himself. I was like, chat, don't be mad at me, But did they just only announce one person and they decided to go with one person? Because that's insane. And everyone's like, no, they wouldn't do that. And then after 5 minutes in, some people were like, wait, did they really only take one person to the team? And I was like, no way did they do that. Because, you know, we don't have final say. We're not in charge of the team. Yeah. But it was a stressful experience. And I'm on the team, and I was stressed. I was stressed out.
My heart was racing.
Yeah. Me too.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure Druid's getting it, and my heart was like,
that's me too. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know everybody who's in. Is that person not? What's happening?
I'm scared.
So cool though, and everyone was so hyped. Oh, the hype was insane.
Druid was screaming for like 2 minutes straight. Listen, my chat were like, bro, he's not going to be able to stream tomorrow. I'm not going to hold him to this, but this man said he was going to do a 48-hour stream. I was like, oh, buddy.
He'll probably do it.
Because I know he does a lot of 24-hour streams.
He needed a win, man. He had something pretty messed up happen recently, and he needed a win, and I'm so happy that he got the win this way. Like, it is a little bit messed up that he thought he almost didn't get it because they waited so long, but I'm glad he got his win, dude. I'm glad he got his win. I'm glad. And Mrs. Dope Sauce, excuse me, the freaking very kind lady, Miss Dope Sauce, sorry, I said Mrs. on accident. Miss Dope Sauce got onto the team and then came into my chat and gifted us up. And I was like, did I just get announced again? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Gabe while he was streaming. I was like, Gabe, congrats on making the grid team.
Yeah. So it's so weird.
I was just trolling. I was bored. So I was like, yeah.
But well deserved. Cool, I can't wait. I can't wait to make more content. Maybe we'll have one of them on here. Who knows? We still haven't decided who our first guest is going to be. We got to figure that out.
True.
But very much
a mods cast for a special episode.
Mods cast.
Plans for some special episodes. What do you want to do? Every 5? Every 10?
I don't freaking know, dude.
Every 5 do a special episode.
We've
done our first live episode. That was again on the YouTube. Don't forget to check that out, guys and gals, where you can see the video podcast as well. And you can see me blushing when Gabe was talking about me, and I was like, oh, Gabe, stop it. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun, man. Is there anything else you want to address?
I wanted to talk about flavored air for a minute.
Yeah, I know. I seen it on the list. And that's why, because I need to know what this is. I know we're getting near the end and need to wrap up soon, but why have you put flavored air in this list?
So today I was on stream and I asked my chat, like, what topics do you guys have for me to talk about in the podcast? And someone mentioned flavored air, and I immediately knew what it was. And other people in chat were like, excuse me?
Excuse me?
So there's 2 types of flavored air, but flavored air is a thing that I know exists for sure in Vegas. There's flavored air bars. I don't know if there's any up here in LA, but the flavored air is literally, they vaporize air, right? And some type of flavoring like apple or whatever, and they mix it into a vapor, and it's also colored so you can see the color, right? And it comes into your table, and it's like these little tubes. These little tubes. Basically, it's a vape, but it's not, because it's not smoke. It's just moisture and air vapor. And you put the tube in your mouth and you inhale. And it's like futuristic AF, because you're basically absorbing the substance of what the thing is. Your taste buds are tasting it, but you're not eating anything. You're just drinking. And it's also you're just inhaling. And it's also O2. So it's you're getting a hit of O2 technically. Not enough to get high, but still. So you're getting pure oxygen, basically, and all that stuff. That's the flavored air concept. And they have a bunch of stuff. They like blue Gatorade, apple cherry, orange juice. And it's weird because you're literally just going like this, and you're tasting orange juice. It's freaking nuts. But here's the other side of it. This is the side that really succeeds, is vaporized alcohol.
Whoa, now you've got my attention.
Yeah. So they will make cocktails, and they'll put it in a vaporizer, and then you inhale the cocktails. And as the people who are 420 friendly know, when you inhale something, you tend to get high very quickly. Well, when you inhale alcohol, you tend to get drunk very quickly. And
just like Gabe does when he drinks his mason jar of
it's almost gone.
Coke and whiskey.
Mm.
See, I thought you were going to take a different angle, because I know there's O2 bars that are meant to help with hangovers and there are festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I also know there's canned air that you can purchase online. Canned air, for example, from the mountains of Tibet or something, where it's like really fresh, pristine air. I did not expect this to go down the route of orange juice air. To be honest.
Yeah, it's a bunch. There's like a bunch of different flavors. Like one of them was cinnamon toast crunch. So it's just like you're just essentially getting pure sensation of the thing that you want without necessarily needing to indulge in that thing.
So is it like a bar?
Yeah, no, it's a legit bar. You can get drinks and bar foods and stuff.
Is there a consumer version, like for instance a can of vaporized air?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or is it only administered at a bar through this special thing? You know, like you can't buy some from the shops or from Amazon and take it home, save it for later. You know, when you're up late at night, you're kind of like, oh, I need a snack, but I don't want to eat.
Yes.
Does it fill you
okay.
up?
So it doesn't fill you up, but it satisfies the craving of the thing, right? So like if you're craving, I don't know, Coke, but you don't necessarily want it,
Coca-Cola.
it'll
right?
crave it. Yeah. So there's a company called Vitality Air that is selling it in cans.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So it's 95% pure oxygen, and you
What
can
if someone
buy
farts
it
in one of those?
in the
Just
can.
to be- yeah, like somebody's like, I'm gonna fart in this can and just sell it as orange juice, and then you're like,
I think it would.
imagine that happens.
You would like legitimately vomit. That would be close to like biological warfare, because it's pressurized. So you're getting pressurized freaking methane fart in your mouth, like.
I've scared myself. I'm never trying this air.
That's vomit inducing for sure. Yeah, so you can buy twin packs of air. There's energy
much?
air. Let's see here.
Energy air, a air that gives you an energy boost.
A single can is $19. A 3-pack is $60.
Well, there's not even economies of scale of like an offer there. There's not like 3 for the price of 2 or 3 with a little bit of $5 off. It's
Nope.
like 20 quid or 3 for 60.
I just went to their newest project. They have a green tea mist, which is not air. That's just to like spray in the house. But then they have a clearance air, which is a 3-pack of 7.7 liters. And then you guess the price.
7.7 liters of like, so there's 3, so it's 20, just under 24 liters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's air from the national park in Canada. Mountain air from
Ah.
Banff National Park.
$150.
You're exactly correct.
I'm so good. I know, they're my supplier. I was just like, oh, that'll be something extortionate. $150
So
just some
stupid.
geezer just out there with a can. I'm going to send Chrono up to the mountains. I'm going to be like, yo, Chrono, just pick a can up and just fill it up.
It literally, they just use a compressor, and then they just take compressed air back and then manufacture it. Right now, they're selling their root beer can is one of their best-selling products, and it's root beer flavored oxygen, which is crazy to me.
People are weird.
People
I
are
don't think I'll
freaking
ever
weird.
take off.
You know what, though?
You guys can quote me on this. 20th of November 2020, canned air and air goods will never take off. Get it?
Stupid.
I didn't even mean to do that.
It's the concept of a movie.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it might be the Lorax with the Thneeds, potentially. But there is a animated movie where they live in a society where the entire world has been destroyed by consumerism, and the environment is destroyed. And like the start of the, it's not a big focus point of the movie at all, really, until much later. But like the start of the movie is a little like almost like a milk truck, but a guy's coming by and delivering air to people. And so there's like little cans, and then there's also big jugs. And so people like hook it up to their house so they have fresh air in their house because the air outside is so polluted. And they live in like a giant bubble where they're not affected by the outside air. It's really interesting. And I just realized that like, what the frick? Because that concept was crazy.
I giggled when you said big jugs.
Huge jugs, dude. Large jugs.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Flavored air, baby.
I'm gonna call it there because Gabe is. What time is it for you?
It's 4:18 for me currently.
4:20, nearly. And yeah, it's like 1:20 for me. I'm gonna nap after this. Sure.
Hardcore nap time, baby.
Yeah, I've been up too early.
Talk to them
Yeah,
about the most important thing, the thing that we're wearing on our heads. before we wrap
The
up?
merch is coming out tomorrow. If this video is live, it's probably like 2 weeks ago, but you can still check it out. Wait, it's live. I can actually tell them. It's at teespring.com/xwoodsy store. Xwoodsy store? I think it's Xwoodsy. I don't know. The link will be in the YouTube and the Spotify. Remember, code podcast15 gets you 15% off all these cool hats, hoodies, and all whatnot. I'm not gonna lie, it's super soft. Everything there is super soft.
I freaking like. I get it. Like, I'm friends with Woodzy or whatever, but I also used to make my own clothing through Printful, and I used to manage like other people's clothing. The sweater and jacket is so unbelievably soft that it is mind blowing. I don't own the jacket anymore, by the way. I don't. It's White Paws completely. Like, I would love to say that I own that jacket, but I don't. White Paw is the only person that wears it. And the other day she tried to wear my sweater, and I said no. I'm not giving it up. It is very comfy.
You got one.
Yeah, it's very comfy, and I want it. Like, legitimately, it is so freaking soft. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. And if you're freaking a podcast listener, you get an exclusive deal.
Yeah, I'm not giving this deal to anyone else.
Yeah. Podcast only. Podcast code podcast15 at checkout. All caps, right?
All caps.
All caps. Code podcast15 at checkout. All caps to get 15% off all the Woodzy merch. And if you buy one of every item, you still get 15% off. So you might as well buy one of every item. I'm just saying.
They've currently actually got a free shipping deal on. I wonder if they'll keep it for, it's like 50% of free shipping in the US.
Ooh.
Off dollar, if any orders over $50.
If you follow Woodzy on Twitter, you will see probably that.
Gabe's amazing work.
Yeah.
We're just doing all the plugs at the end here, guys.
Yeah, we might as well. Frick, dude. You guys know where to find us. Find us on all our crap. We have this podcast for the reason that we always say is we're just two content creators who want to do something outside of Twitch. But check us out on our own socials because we have these interesting ideas, not just on the podcast, but outside the podcast as well. So if you want to come and talk to us on our actual individual Twitches and see what's going on there, feel free. If you want to give us feedback, please rate and review the podcast so we can reach out and let you guys know that we appreciate you on the next episode of the podcast. If you guys have any comments or questions, or if you want to leave us a voicemail, we'll listen to it live on the podcast. We really appreciate you guys listening and watching. We launched 2 episodes of the podcast with very minimal notice and very minimal advertising, and we are still getting viewers. We now know we have a dedicated audience that's coming back, and this is absolutely amazing. People are listening without us saying anything, including on Spotify, which means some of you subscribed, and I can't tell you how much that means to me personally. I appreciate you guys so freaking much, man. So much.
Just a point for this voicemail. If anyone has got this far and made it through, can you include the phrase big jugs in your voicemail?
Yeah, just put large jugs, like big old jugs in there, please. Thank you. I would love that.
Just in phrase, just work it in. You can do it. I believe in you.
You can figure it out. We believe in your power, dude. We know. We have the thoughts. All right, everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. Episode 6 of the Beers and Bees podcast. We appreciate you so much for hanging out. We appreciate you being here with me and Woodzy. Very late for me and midday for Woodzy. We know it was hard for you guys.
Woodzy's still tired.
Woodzy's still tired. We know it was hard for you guys, but we thank you for hanging out. We hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.